Hello everyone, today I'm going to be going through my CyberPatriot State Round Incident Report here. That was on the 9th of December 2022. We were Team Script Kitties, Team 150495, and my name is Caden Lee. Here's our references for during the competition. The scoring report, you can click on the link and see it, and the README file. The scoring report's how we did, and the README file is the instructions of what to do, basically. Okay, so for forensics, we got one of the 3 forensics questions. The one we got was an image of a doll that was just on the desktop of the computer. It was hiding a phone number that we needed to find out. We found that out because it was a steganography problem. So we used a steganography decoder, which steganography is just when there's hidden data in an image or file. And we used a decoder to get that phone number out and answer that forensic question. There were 2 other forensic questions we weren't able to answer successfully. They were to do with finding a Perl backdoor and finding the extents, a area of storage reserved for a file in a file system. Let's go on to user management here. So to secure the system, basic user management, we wanted to make sure that all the users currently that were authorized to access were supposed to be allowed to access. So we ended up removing the account for the user Grigory because he wasn't supposed to be there. We changed the password for Sherrington to give him a secure password because his previous password was a 4-letter not secure password. We highly suggest some training for employees to understand why they have to have a more secure password, because although we do set it to require a more secure password, that may cause some employees to not be too happy, and it'd be a good idea to educate them on why that's important. Okay, and next we changed the user C. Powell from a administrator account to a standard account because he should not be an admin. And we disabled the built-in administrator and guest accounts. And those are important to disable because the built-in guest user anyone can log into, and that's just a big security risk there. And the built-in administrator account always has the highest privileges, so a user might be logged into it and do something that they, didn't want to do on accident, and then it's just too late at that point. Next is the password policies here. So we set a minimum of 12 characters, a password history of 5 characters, so that they can't use the same password 5 times in a row. We added a password change warning 10 days before they're required to change their password. We configured their passwords to require 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 number, and 1 special character. We added a maximum password age of 90 days so that they're required to change their passwords, and a 30-minute lockout if they enter their password incorrectly 3 times. Next is the software application management here. So to secure the system, we removed ImageMagick and Zangband. Zangband was an unnecessary computer game that's unrelated to work and shouldn't be on the computer, and ImageMagick was a unnecessary photo editing program that we weren't wanting on the computer because we do not use it. Next, for updates here, we used the built-in Ubuntu software updater, and we updated the system to the newest version of Linux Ubuntu 20.04. OpenSSH was updated to version 9.0, which applied several bug fixes. So Firefox was updated to the latest version of 107.0, which applied bug fixes, security fixes, and power profiling. Next, we had policy management. So the UFW, the uncomplicated firewall, was enabled to protect the system from malware and malicious websites. And it does that by allowing outgoing data, but denying all incoming data. And next for policy, the service by the name of Squid was listening on port 3128. And upon your request, we changed that to port 20,083. Next is our antivirus software here. So antivirus software is very important to prevent malicious software and malware. So we installed ClamTK a popular free antivirus on Linux, and we also installed Rootkit Hunter to search for rootkits, which are deeply hidden viruses in the file system. Next, for the last section here, just some security changes we did that don't really fit into any of the other categories here. So we changed the Firefox search settings to the built-in strict setting. We changed the Firefox security setting to block potentially dangerous downloads. We removed all unnecessary media, such as MP3 files, so someone's music that they have on a work computer they shouldn't have. And next we removed the SSH root login. We disabled that so that they can never log in to an SSH server as the highest user, the root user. We disabled IP spoofing so that users can't disguise their IP address as another user and pretend to be that user. And lastly, we enabled auditing so that logs of everything done in the system are recorded so they can always be looked at later. Hope that's everything you wanted to secure, and hope that you'll use our services in the future for any security problems you may have.